What's going on, guys? On paper, the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier checks many of the boxes that would make a perfect smartwatch. Today I want to find out if those specs translate to real-world performance and if it is really one of the best smartwatches out there. The features of the S3 Frontier are centered around outdoors and being active, but I think when you read between the lines, a lot of these specs translate well into just making a great smartwatch. Inside the packaging, there's nothing too surprising. You get the watch, an alternate size watch band, and a charger. One thing that did surprise me was the overall build quality of the watch. It's super nice, and they put a lot of attention into little details like this simulated reflection as if light is bouncing off the face of the watch. You can tell there was a lot of time spent refining each of the watch faces and building in cool features and functionality that are unique to each one. A good example of this would be the chronograph. The whole point of a chronograph is to be able to keep time like a stopwatch. Well, if you press on the top circle, it activates a stopwatch or timekeeping function, which I thought was really well designed. Another cool feature is that you're not locked into the stock watch faces. You can download third-party ones. Say you want the Pip-Boy, for example, which is from Fallout. This was one of my favorite watch faces because it was just kind of a funny, ingenious way to use the customization option, and it makes your watch something people want to talk about. Once I had the watch paired with my Pixel, I was able to test out the notification system and how the watch was able to interact with the phone and accomplish different functions. So, for example, the messaging feature was pretty cool. It allows you to quickly respond to messages in a variety of different ways. So it has a built-in automated quick reply messages, which you can customize. It has some standard emojis, which you just tap to send. And then it has handwriting to text, which I thought worked really well. And the round screen was a good size to allow you to write without much trouble. The notifications integrated and worked well with a lot of the major apps, so I didn't have too many problems. And the cool thing is you can click show on your phone, which pops it up, and then you can go immediately to that notification. The rotating bezel might be my favorite feature on this watch. It's a great way to navigate the menus and long lists. It makes it easy to scroll. I think it's a lot better than like the crown-based navigation that Apple uses because it's hard to grab the little crown like when you're walking around or trying to quickly move through the menus, where the bezel, all you do is swipe your finger across the top and you can move through a lot of different information quickly. One of the cool things about this Samsung watch is many of them now have apps for iOS which allow them to sync with the iPhone. So I set it up with my iPhone and tried it out. The experience is pretty disappointing. It doesn't allow you to reply or respond or interact with any of the notifications. It can alert you of all incoming notifications from the phone, but at that point, there's really nothing else you can do from the watch. In my opinion, that's a pretty big drawback, so I would at least be aware of it if you're thinking of using it with your iPhone. Samsung always has really nice displays, and this watch is no different. It gets really bright and is easy to read in direct sunlight. Earlier I said the rotating bezel might be my favorite feature of the watch, but I think in reality, the thing that I like best is the battery life. Right now, I've worn the watch for 1 day, 22 hours, and 45 minutes, and I still have 40% of the battery left. It's really nice to be able to wear and use the watch daily without always having to be thinking about charging it. The bands for the watch are interchangeable. I really like the look of the rubber one that it comes with, and I don't think I'll be changing it, but they do sell other ones like leather bands if you want to customize it. The app allows you to customize a lot of the different features and functionality of the watch. You can put in customized quick messages and download additional watch faces and apps without having to go through all the menus on the watch. The wireless charger that they give you is really nice because it's also a built-in stand for the watch that you could put next to your bed. It really is a nice way to display the watch and be able to see the time without paying extra money. Like, for example, I think the nightstand or the stand for the Apple Watch is like an additional $100, which seems kind of crazy considering they include this with it. Overall, this watch exceeded expectations. The battery life, the bezel, and the overall build quality is really impressive. I'll be putting out videos every week. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.